That's it's a thing. Actually, I don't know if you will be heard or not, or if it's just me that'll be heard on the main screen. I didn't see any movement when you said that. Okay. Let us reset this. Let's make sure both chats are working. Boom. And boom. I really should get TikTok Studio back up and running one of these days, but I don't feel like it. Plus, Christina can't even watch us on TikTok anymore. Christina doesn't have TikTok. Six hours later. People uninstall things? That's just called getting a new phone. I don't take that many photos. Why is that? The Apple camera is literally the best camera on a phone right now. Current gen Apple camera. It shits all over the Android camera quality. Well, I don't think they do that now. Yeah, they did. And it was only when Android would send to Apple. Apple used a proprietary encoding that they didn't give Android access to. So when they would send it, they would have to do the old school codecs, which is why it would just destroy it. It literally, like, if you sent iPhone image to a Android, it would get it just fine. But Android to Apple, it would shit on it. Oh, so the down res from the 4K. That's funny. Push pins. Alright, guess we can get started here. I really need to increase that blend time. That blend time is not long enough at all. It was just insta-cut. Epic music to, like, birds chirping. Hi. I know you're probably like, floating isles of Atheria, what is this? We haven't seen one of these all year. Which is true.
Yeah.
And it's all Christina's fault. But hey, we're here. We got episode 10. And Christina, you're doing recap, right?
If you want me to butcher it.
I would say we'll work through it together. I think that's the best way we're going to get a good recap.
The thing is, like, things are blurring together from the previous ones and last one.
I know where we started. I watched the first part of the session.
Okay, what's that?
It was we started off, and then I immediately went to the library. It was in the evening. I went to the library. We said we would meet back up right before sunset, and then I headed off. I went along the way. I was pulling down the posters for the meetup that were out there, and then as I went to go pull down one, I met Vitolian grabbing one. We had a short conversation on views, and then I continued on to the library to study about the silks, and then Vitolian started heading to the inn, and they went to the inn and got a room, I think, and around sunset, they joined us for dinner, explained the situation, and it was too long of a story to explain why we're in Atheria. So we then headed off to the greenhouse job, where a bunch of shenanigans happened.
Where we diffused the situation and talked the rats and the eels.
Yep.
Out of their way.
Yep.
And totally didn't send the eels off to potentially eat civilians at the docks.
Yep. And then took the rats to the outside of the city. And then made our way back in. And then I think by that time we slept, woke up, went to the Seeker meetup where Vitolian had a shield that they were missing. And I forgot what they were missing. What the Seekers had that they were missing.
The Seeker had reached out to Vitolian through letter or something, letting them know that they had uncovered an artifact from the old world.
Cool.
And that's what Vitolian was after the entire time they were there.
And they met up with one of the Seekers who was on the stage. They told him to go talk to the guards by the front gate, and they'll read you in on what they're going to do. They're going to have a fall. And yeah, they started walking back. I gave Lumino a signal. Lumino went to town swinging, and then start combat. Yeah. Did we end up finding the relic?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got we defeated the Seekers. We got jumped by 2 of the guards that were Seekers, that were had infiltrated the guard ranks. We ended up getting the old world relic back, and then I started to drag the guard from the stage back to the city proper so I could tell the
Elder
that Barros that he has traitors in his ranks.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so yeah, that's probably an Adam inspiration, no group inspiration.
Don't ask me how I remembered all that. I only watched like 10 minutes. Just sped through, spam and jump ahead 5 seconds. For the first, when you started recapping, Cliff, when you first started, every 5 seconds it was because I was jumping 5 seconds and listening to what was being said.
Ugh.
I just happened to land on 3 ums. I'm like, interesting.
Gotta work on that. When I listen back to our games, I hear myself doing that.
Mm-hmm.
when I'm
The,
conscious of it, I stop myself.
the sentence draw out shit. Like when you hear yourself do it, it's so bad.
I hate it. But yeah.
Still need to get with Cliff to see what we're gonna do with channel points, any interactions and stuff like that. So at the moment, I don't. Did we ever decide on anything just temporarily? Nah. Okay.
No, it's all good.
Yep. Everyone's schedule should be clearing up soon.
Christina not gonna be working Saturdays.
So as of right now, my current position means I have Saturdays off. My new position that I just got promoted to may not.
Hmm.
And then in like a
Okay.
month, she's gonna own the company, and then
Yeah,
we'll
right.
have to figure out what the schedule's gonna be then too.
At that point, she'll make her own schedule.
You'll think.
So now that at the moment we have a stable schedule, we'll probably get some channel points, some chat interactions, and stuff like that going if we can get this game picking back up.
It's been a few months.
All right, so Lumino, body in hand, dragging through the sand, and Ignis and Luna tailing behind. What are you guys doing?
Lumino, we should bring the guard out here. I'm gonna say it's as catching up, so that we're not seen dragging a dead guard through the city and cause conflict and have guards arresting us.
Barros needs to know.
I will go meet with Barros. If you guys want to stay here and make sure no one messes with the scene. But
Are there any like palm trees or anything around?
Oh yeah, lots.
I'm just gonna go drag him up to a palm tree and then like sit him up against it, like he's sitting at the base of it.
Are we tying him?
he's dead.
Yes, but like you were stating, in the event that someone is going to come and mess with the scene, if we tie them up, we have a higher chance of catching them from trying to remove the seekers.
I was planning on going to get Barros if you guys want to stay out here.
I have no problem staying and waiting. Also, how do you spell infiltrate?
Is that in character?
No.
Like, why is Luna asking that?
Yeah. And then I'll start jogging up to the gate. I thought we wanted. I want that one. Okay.
Alright, and I'm just gonna go sit down in the sand, I guess. Like, looking at the direction of this guard.
Start jogging up towards the gate. And
As you make your way to the gate, there was already a guard coming to. Looks like he's coming to check what was going on at the beach.
there was. Stand by.
So you're gonna stop him?
Yeah. There was an attack at the meetup that was there. There was 2 guards were apparently part of the Seekers. They were going to... I don't know what they were going to do, but when I went to go, the guards came up and the Seeker was about to strike one of them down. I attacked the Seeker because I don't think a guard should be killed, and then the guards turned on us and started attacking us.
You seem to know a lot about what's going on.
I was there.
Do you have your identification?
Pull it out.
And he looks at it. He pulls out his own paper and starts writing stuff down. Like looking at your paper, looking at his, writing stuff down, and a lot of back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to investigate this, but if you know what's going on, we'll be in touch.
I need the Barrows or Elder to know that there are Seekers in your ranks. Because with everything that's been going on, I feel the Seekers in your ranks are not going to be something that the Elder will want.
I'll make sure he is aware of your concerns, and we will have an investigation underway.
I'm gonna glance over this guy. Do I see any markings of Seeker on him? Well, let me back up a half second. Did the guards that attacked us, they have any Seeker markings?
No.
Okay. Does this guy actually seem like he cares about the Seekers in their ranks?
Not really. It looks like he's memorized what you said, but random dude spilling information. He does. You do have the credibility of being a noble, but
Yeah. Okay. Well, if he's not gonna stop me, I'm gonna keep walking into town.
and as soon as you stop talking, he continues running forward. And as you get to the gate, there's the crowd of people that are like trying to get into the main gate still.
It's like there's a line or just a crowd because that doesn't have identification.
A little bit of a crowd near the back, near the front. It's kind of bottling into a line.
Okay. How long is it taking to get through?
Per person, like a minute.
I'm imagining you doing like the torch thing, like from the four. What are they called? God damn it!
The Four?
The Torch Man.
The Fantastic Four?
Yes, those people. You know how he flies.
The Human Torch from the Fantastic Four.
The Torch
Man.
Mm-hmm.
Torchman sounds like some like British superhero.
Isn't that the name of the guy from the Boys? Torchman?
Nah, I haven't seen that season.
Question: what happened to our +1? I don't remember.
They walked away. They said some. I don't remember what exactly they said, but they walked off into
They walked
town.
off into the
or-
sunset.
In Sunset, yeah. They walked away from town.
Okay. So I'm assuming at this point we see the guard coming towards us.
I'm waiting for now. I'm not gonna try to push through the crowd. It's only gonna draw attention, and I'm like, oh well.
Gotta bust out your noble card. Peasants, clear away. Your lord is
So
here.
you're waiting your turn and just gonna file in with everyone.
I'm gonna work my way towards the front of the crowd and just get to the where it starts forming a line. You know, go through it like that. Not be at the back of the crowd.
And pretty easily you can do that. As you're trying to scoot your way through, people for some reason think that it might be dangerous to touch you. They might get burned. So some people like step aside as you try to scoot through. Then after about 15 or so minutes, you can get to the gate. He asks for your ID and stuff like that.
Hand him over.
No issues or anything. You make your way inside easily.
And then I'll head all the way to the other gate. It's gonna take a long walk, but is what it is. I'll jog it, not run it, but
I mean, I think you should just do what Christina said and just Human Torch it. I mean, I don't know why you would do that.
Sorry, not that high enough level. I'm out of spells too. I'm tired.
Running over the bridge.
Yeah.
Serious.
If I don't look down, I don't see the water.
That's not true. If you look up, you don't see the water.
Hey, Sin. While I'm sitting here doing nothing, can I short rest?
Yeah, you're in the process of a short rest. Some things might happen that might interrupt that. So, as of now, you are in the process of a short rest.
So I can't roll any hit die though.
Not yet, no.
Some bullshit.
Ah, yeah, you're a little hurting.
Everyone's health. Oh yeah.
So yeah, put more reference on what that the guard saw. I'm a little bloodied,
Mm-hmm.
a little hurt.
Christina's fine.
Yeah. They never even saw Christina.
Except for that one guy.
He didn't see you for long.
Well, so he ain't lived long enough to make that worth anything.
Uh-uh.
All right, so you start making your way towards the inner circle. Cliff, you didn't tie up the body, did you?
Nope.
No. Okay.
By my request.
As you're sitting there, you notice a guard approach the battle site and starts looking over everything and checking pulses, taking notes. A few minutes later, a group of 5 others join and start doing the same thing. They all start talking, and one of them notices a individual sitting against a tree in their attire. So they walk up and try to get your attention because you're just sitting right there next to him, right?
Yeah, I figure I'm like in front of him, like looking in that direction, kind of sitting in the sand.
They walk up like they're about to say something and like tilt down and look at the deceased guard. Is there a reason you have one of the corpses here with you?
We were going to bring it to Barrows, but I was told it would be a bad idea to drag a body through the city.
Do you have any identifications? What's your name?
I do not. My travel
Okay.
companion has all of our information.
And where might he be? Is he planning on returning anytime soon?
He is actively getting the Elder.
The Elder.
Correct.
What did you say your name was again?
Gonna slowly stand up. Lumino.
Lumino. Do you have a surname?
Just Lumino.
He writes down just Lumino. Do you have any problem with a request that you stay within eyesight until we can figure out what's going on?
I have no intention of leaving.
All right. Do you mind if I inspect our fallen guard?
I'd rather you didn't move him, but if you want to do anything else, that's all on you.
And the person talked to you, like, whistles, looks back at the other group, and one of the people in similar attire but not armor, like robes, comes running up and checks pulse, looks at him, like raises the mask a little, lowers it down, and just does an overall check on the corpse. And they take a few steps away from you and start whispering to one another.
Gonna see if I can hear anything.
We're rolling a 20 for that.
Are you with Lumino, or did you go with...
No, I'm with Lumino. I'm in the tree. I told you I was going to wait with him.
Okay.
You're up in the tree?
Yes, always.
Okay.
Stupid.
Do I roll a 20?
Are you trying to be hidden?
I mean, I doubt very highly that they can see me, but yes, that is the intent.
Okay, give me a stealth check first.
Remember how to do this.
Something is banging around.
Is it me?
I can't move any of my crap. That's why. Fucking locked it.
So one thing I would say with the active perception check, would they be actively looking for someone in the tree, or would they just be passively noticing her if she was hiding in the tree?
I'm going off of their passive. For Christina, at least.
Okay. I'm about to say, because an 18, like, that to me is someone that's actively looking for some shit.
Yeah. No, the 18 was them whispering.
Oh, okay.
And how does that work? Does matching beat?
Yeah, meets beats.
Okay. Not much is said. It's a quick whisper in the other's ear. But you do manage to hear out the deceased isn't one of ours. Then the one that's been barking orders, like, gives a concerned look after hearing it, and
I just say he's a seeker.
that would explain that.
They
Yeah.
staged something where the guards were going to try and stop the Seekers from gathering. And the Seekers were going to attack them. We just prevented them from being attacked. We didn't realize they were actually in on it until they turned on us. You'll find another guard or another Seeker in guard attire with the rest of the bodies.
I'm assuming your comrade was also here for the events that transpired?
Not for them, but trying to figure out what was going on. We are not aligned with the Seekers in any way.
Your companion that should be returning with the Elder, what was their name?
Ignis.
Okay. Could you describe him?
Scrawny. Can't hold a weapon very well. Orange skin. Fiery hair. About this tall.
How tall am I?
About the same height as me.
6'2".
A little bit taller than me then.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
like
like
6 foot even.
Yeah, you're like an inch or two more.
I'm gonna downplay it though. I'm gonna say he's shorter than me.
A little bit of self-consciousness.
I don't think that he has that.
I know he doesn't.
He nods. He was the one that I ran past on the way here. Okay, well, we'll fully question him, and if your stories match up, we have no reason to suspect you two of anything. If he does return with the Elder, I believe he would want to do something about this right away.
Hang on, let me just say something. On that, if I return with the Elder,
What the fuck are you gonna question? I was just thinking the same thing of like how Ignis would be able to say that, but he wouldn't.
Ignis wouldn't say shit, but
The thing that I was just about to say is like, you did hear me say he's going to get the Elder, right? Like that wasn't I wasn't like mincing words here. Like he's literally gonna go private chambers of Elder and beckon him. But like I said, Lumino wouldn't know to say shit. So Lumino was just standing here, just like, the fuck, okay.
just thought that went immediately went around. I'm like, wait, yep, okay.
But yeah, so he says we have no need to, whatever. Like, if it looks like they're, like, gonna start leaving, I'm gonna sit back down. If they're still standing here, I'm just gonna be standing here looking at them.
They're not in your immediate area surrounding you anymore. They're back towards the stage and looking over things, looking underneath the stage and just investigating.
Yeah, I'll just sit back down.
As they're searching, Lim's gonna go whisper to Ignis, do you think they'll bring me back my extra
Ignis
arrows?
is gone.
I'm gone. I'm in the city.
Sorry, Lumino.
They bring you back your arrows?
Yeah.
I can go ask if you want.
No. We'll see if they do it.
Ignis.
Mm-hmm.
As you make your way to the inner circle gate, when you arrive there and are greeted by the guards, they they kind of like put a hand over the entrance.
Once I get closer, I'm not gonna be running past them. I'm gonna slow down to a walk and walk up to them.
The what is this place called? The Grand Ocean Palace isn't taking visitors at the moment.
I'd like to request a meeting with Elder Barros. He told me I could come by at any time, pass over my paperwork.
Elder Barros has been summoned and he will be vacating the palace any moment now.
Summoned to Celesta.
No, there has been matters on the outskirts of Aquaria proper that require his attention.
Out on the sands, where some of your guards were playing as seekers.
There has been a commotion on the outskirts of Aquaria proper.
This is why I'm here, to get him to come there, because some of the guards are seekers, and I don't think you want those in your rank, causing havoc.
Well, you are more than welcome to wait here for his return.
He said he'll be departing this way.
He will be departing the palace shortly.
I'll step off to the side and just stand back and watch the gate, see if I can see him walk out.
As soon as you turn around, the gates open a little bit, and a small squad of his what were they called?
I have a note on my
Elite guard.
player notes. No.
The his guardians of the core. A small group of like 3 of them come out, followed by Elder Barros. Then all of them are in like a jog.
Elder Barros, are you going outside the gate to the commotion?
Young Lord, yes. Do you know?
I'll like I said, I'm bloodied.
He like stops mid jog, looks at you, starts up again. Follow.
I'll follow. Yeah. Start heading that way. And just follow them. And explain what I saw.
How long would you say it's going to take Ignis to get to the palace and then get back? Would you say it's enough time for a short rest?
I'd say if you aren't going to confront or do anything further with the guards, then you're probably good for a short rest.
He hurting. I don't remember why we had 10 temporary hit points, but I know we had 10 temporary hit points.
Fuck it.
Okay. Why did you? Because that was like after the fight, huh?
I think it was something that Megan's character had the ability to do.
Mm-hmm.
They probably just knew they weren't going to be using it, so they blew the ability.
Oh, it was the Twilight Sanctuary. It was their channel divinity.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
The thing that they only rolled max on every time.
Right. Yep, that's right. How long do those last? Are those just there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Temporary hit points
sometime-
last until you long rest for the most part.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Yep. And like as you guys are running, one of the guardians like stops you from running alongside him and kind of gestures you to the back. And as she does that, Elderbarrel's like, "No, he's a trusted. It's fine." Allows you next to him. Explain things one at a time. What's going on?
Sure, you've seen the flyers around the city for the meetup, or heard of them at least.
I have.
Went out there to investigate what it was about because I need to know what they're getting themselves into. Because what's going on here is likely going on other places as well. And got there, got some information that the guards were going to be in on a attempt to stop the Seekers from saying some stuff, and then the Seekers were going to strike them down, not realizing that they were... And then, so I didn't want the Seekers to strike down guards in front of the common folk. So my friends ended up attacking the Seekers before they had a chance to attack the guards, and then the guards turned on us. I'll explain that in a little more detail. My brain's not fully remembering all of it.
Right?
For Ignis, it's been, what, an hour?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we can all agree it's obviously Christina's fault.
Yep,
Not Luna.
100%.
Christina.
Yep.
I'm taking notes. Leave me alone.
And he doesn't really say anything during the whole run. He's just eyes locked dead forward as everyone jogs forward. As you're running, you hear off in the distance a few people like, "Oh, it's Elder Barrows. What's he doing?" And just kind of a crowd is gathering behind, not following, but when you make your path, like a crowd gathers to where you ran and stays there for a few seconds before dissipating.
Mm-hmm. They probably don't often see Elderbarrows running anywhere.
Are the gates backed up?
Very much. The commoners that were there are trying to get back in. Took me a minute to get through the crowd. I didn't want to push through.
All right. Guardians to me. Ignis, stand close. And as you turn a corner, about to make your way to the front gate, he clenches his forearm, holds up his hand, and underneath you, a blue hand lifts all of you and starts floating you over the gate.
Okay.
Not as cool as a Human Torch, but I mean, that's cool.
Cliff, Lumino.
Yeah.
At the same time, you get that warm sensation back in your chest.
Which is great, because at this point, I already have the bird seat out, and I'm like, have birds flying on my hand and shit. So I'm just basking in it. I'm like Nicolas Cage when he gets off of the airplane in Con Air and the sun hits him for the first time and his hair is blowing. That's me right now. The warm feeling in my chest, closing my eyes, birds chirping all around me. Never mind that dead guy.
He doesn't matter. He's a seeker.
Yeah,
He's not human.
Exactly.
He's not a being.
I'm gonna turn my head, like look around and see if I can see what's causing this.
Um, this time you do get a directional pull towards the inner part of the city.
Yeah, I'm gonna look
And
in that direction. If I see anything, I see anything. If not, then I'm just gonna, you know, enjoy it while it's there.
you do see something. You see your companion and a group of others, including Elder Barros, on a giant blue hand floating past the docks and laying them down onto the sand.
So this is like a souped up mage hand.
Bigby's hand.
Oh, okay. I forgot all about that spell. That's funny. How many people can that move?
I don't even know.
He's an elder. He has extra powers.
Well, yeah, I assume that this is all being strengthened from the gem, anyways, which is why it's coming from the city.
Yep. And as soon as they get placed and the hand dissipates, that sensation goes away.
Yeah, I'll kind of keep eye on it for a second as I recognize Ignis and then moving closer. I'll stand up, and just await them to get here.
The guard captain goes to meet Elder Barros and kind of pulls him away and talks to him for a minute.
I'll head over to Lumino.
Sir, could you not join your comrade just a second?
They'll take
Imagine.
one step, and I'll just stand there and turn.
Imagine hating on me and I'm just sitting here with birds on my fingers.
I'll open his mouth to say something like, "Play nice," and going through his head is like, "Play nice." Have a smile on his face. Sure.
So he talks to Elder Barros for a few minutes. Elder pats him on the shoulder and he walks to the scene. Then the captain comes to you, Ignis. I know you briefly explained what happened, but can you go over everything again?
For a third time? Did you not get the story that I told Elder Barros that he probably just told you?
I am doing my job, and I am trying to confirm that stories match up by the people that were here.
Round 3, explain the whole story. Well, that's me saying that. I'm going to explain the whole story. 'Cause my brain's going to keep changing the events and how the order I say it in, because that's just my brain. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. If you explain it, it the way it happened, he just nods and all right.
I'm not bringing up friends in that conversation. I'm just going to say what I saw.
Yeah, I purposefully only brought you up.
I'm not going to bring up the hiding one or the one that doesn't hear anymore.
Yep.
Because I'm going to look around. I don't see them. Just glance.
All right, everything seems to check out. Feel free to join your friend, leave the premises, do what you will. And he jogs back over to the rest of the guards and the guardians and the elder.
Like, you sure you don't want a fourth time?
right?
I'm assuming that they're like a good distance away from us, right?
Yeah, yeah. Unless Lumino went to the closest tree.
I mean, I went to wherever we stopped at, so I assume that like it's still far enough away that no one at the gates could see me.
I'm thinking
So
it was this tree if you have the map open soon.
I have it open, but actually, I don't have the battle map open. I have the entire map open.
Because I don't think we made it far from that. I would think
What is that battle map even called?
Seeker Battle. I'd say this tree.
That works.
Because I would have stopped him before he got too far. But I'm gonna, as I'm walking over, I'm gonna actively look for Luna.
You do not see her.
Mm-mm.
I'm gonna wait till like you're kind of within earshot, and then just be like, should I come down now?
Oh, hi, there you are. Yeah, why not?
I'm gonna hop down out of the tree. And just kind of stretch a little.
No idea. That's also what I wanted to do. How you guys feeling? I hurt.
I'm perfectly fine.
I'm tired. I just ran to the gate, to the brain dead, the palace, and back. I'm gonna sit down and take a nap. Not really take a nap, just sit down. Just pretty much lay down in the sand.
So is Barros gonna come inspect this body?
Not sure.
As they're talking, I'm just gonna kind of start getting my stuff ready to start cooking something, because I'm pretty sure at this point we hadn't really eaten. So
We got a seeker here we could eat. We could just chop him up, have a lot of food.
I would prefer not to indulge. I feel like we've had this conversation already.
Listen,
I'm not attempting to explain that. If you want to explain that, you can.
you are an animal. This is a human or some humanoid, so it's not even the same thing.
We will tackle this another day. I'm just gonna kind of go back to cooking what I was making.
The body will soon decay and no longer be useful.
Once a person is dead, the body is not meant to be useful.
That is a lot of wasted food.
Me as Luna wants to tell him like if he can find me like actual recipes to make humans, then I would be willing to attempt. But then I'm like, no, because he won't make it a mission to fucking do that.
Mm-hmm.
This one is easily 12 stones worth of food.
That might be the case, but how about this? You go find me some coconuts so we can have something to drink.
Are there any coconuts on this tree in front of us?
I swear to God.
Just punches a tree. They fall down, hit the.
You look around and you can see one or two coconuts in the trees like, directly surrounding you.
Just walk up and kick the tree.
I think with your strength, that'll be enough. No roll needed. The tree sways heavily, and the coconut falls a few feet further away than you want, but it's down.
Like reach out for it and it's like out of reach and like walk over, grab it. Just walk over and bring it to Luna.
Thank you.
Yeah. If you look over at Ignis, he's just sitting there, arms on his chest, relaxing, eyes closed.
Would my small knife even be able to open the coconuts? Okay.
I can get it for you if you want.
I have a hammer. I don't actually say that, but
I have my hands.
But I feel like you're just
Hammers,
gonna crush
right.
it. I'm like imagining like slicing off the top like they do.
I mean, there's like they've like tribes in Hawaii and whatnot have learned how you can like take a rock and just kind of position the coconut on it and kind of like pop it to split it and then peel it in half with your hands.
yeah, I don't think that'll work for drinking the coconut water though.
Yeah, because it can spill the water everywhere.
I'm just saying, I don't think that those tribes have a 17 strength.
So, anyone looking over at the group notice that most of the people are standing back and watching, and Elder Barros is the one that's getting down and dirty and looking over everything. Every few moments, Lumino, you get a every few moments you get a pulse of that warm energy going through you. And
Just gonna look at Ignis and just say, like, what is he doing?
Pick my head up, look over. Investigation or perception, Tim?
perception. So you notice him pull something from his bag and flip it like a coin, and you notice a chest appear in front of him, and he opens the chest and pulls out like a sliding table from it, and he starts digging through the chest, placing stuff on the table, and he's going back and forth between the bodies, grabbing tools and like investigating everything.
Don't know. Don't care. Tired. Head back down.
Whatever he's doing, it's giving me that feeling of warmth in my chest.
Probably uses the what are they called again? The stones? The big rocks that are.
It's been a while.
It's been too long.
Like how you asked in a question, I see him get like the deer in headlight look, and then all of a sudden his face gets really bright. I can see him opening up his Word doc.
Uh-huh.
I don't even know where I put this actually.
The main stone, whatever they are, the Ignis would know the name. He's using that. Probably is what he gets powers from. And you sense when those get activated. So.
I'm just gonna like watch him intently.
And the entire time you're getting that warm pulse, and he's moving back and forth, body to body, not really touching anything, but holding tools against them. Then, after about 30 or so minutes, he places all the tools back into the chest, closes the table, closes the lid of the chest, and the chest disappears, and he puts something back into his pocket, and that sensation fades from you.
Still just watching.
He walks over to the group that's gathered around the guards and the guardians. Starts looking like he's telling them or barking orders at them. Points in the direction of the city, off to the back right of it. And the guards all like nod, salute, and they start taking off. And looks at the guardians, tells them something, and they all like nod at him and wander towards where the entrance is, the big archway, without him. And then he starts making his way in your direction.
Just gonna like reach over and hit Ignis on his shoe.
Look, head up, look around. Sigh and sit up. And then stand up.
I'm still gonna sit in the sand.
Yeah, no need to stand. I pieced together what actions took place, but the story still concerns me.
As he's talking, she's gonna just like grab bowls and start serving everyone, and kind of like look at Lumino and like show him a bowl, and she's gonna sit down and eat.
Thank you.
He like goes and plops down and sits in the stand with you.
He better have taken the bowl.
Did you offer him one?
Yes, I offered him one.
You said Lumino, not Elder.
No, I said I went around giving everyone a bowl, and then I was gonna offer Lumina, see if he take it or not.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, he took the bowl and like smiles and nods at you. I did miss breakfast today. Then he plops down and kind of like holds it against his chest. I'm assuming it's still somewhat hot. Is it a warm meal? Yeah. So he's just like fanning it with his hand and holding it against his chest.
Besides the obvious, what's concerning?
We talked about the aggression and the motives of the Seekers at our last meeting, our talk.
Mm-hmm.
It seems I was mistaken when I expected them to be more passive longer. They seem to have something that's giving them confidence or pushing their drive to take action.
I have no problem taking that confidence from them.
The city thanks you. That could have been messy and civilians could have gotten hurt. Anything on city grounds, I ask you let my guardians and the guards handle. We are bringing in the rest of the Seekers that are housed at the Adventurers Guild in for question at the moment. We will be investigating their barracks that they rented out, seeing if we can piece together any information. I came to ask if you all would like to be a part of that investigation. You seem to have strong feelings regarding the Seekers, and I can maintain things within the city, but my word and my grip on things get looser and looser the further away into Aquaria we go from the proper. And if this helps you in your endeavors once you leave Aquaria, then it'll help Atheria as a whole.
What would you need us to do?
We are just going to look at their barracks, seeing if there is any information left over. We are going to question the Seekers that reside in there. And as of right now, we have no plan other than all Seeker activity within the city is to cease, and anyone bearing that mark will be brought in for question, or we may have to resort to more drastic measures if things get out of hand.
I like that option.
Aegis is about to say something like,
It is not the preferred option that I would like to take, but it is quick and effective.
In my experience, the only good seeker is a dead one.
do you know how they were able to turn the guards?
That's what we're hoping to glean some information on by investigating their barracks. They have to have something that is enticing.
One of your guards said... Are we still near the dead body?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, one of the guards said this one wasn't one of them.
Right, this is no guard that has been hired by us. The one that still remains on the battlefield, that is an official guard of Aquaria. Looking at the battle marks and wounds, it's clear that none of the Seekers attacked these two.
Let me see. I hate how I can't tell which blood splatter is which person. That's fine.
I think it would be weirder if you could.
Well,
Sounds
look,
like
I
a
would
skill
be,
to me.
I'd be able to identify, hey, that one looks different. That one's one of the guards versus that one's just a. I was trying to figure out which one of the blood splatters was the other guard because there are still bodies.
Adam,
technically.
they're all equal when they're dead.
I believe this one was the last guard because he ran up
Okay.
and climbed up.
Okay. Because I was trying to figure out which one was fucking me up.
One of the guards did.
I know. That's why I was trying to figure out which one it was. I think it was the one that's sitting right there. It was still on the map.
A lot of the blades on the battlefield are not the best condition, not the best quality, and the markings on our seeker or our guard in disguise were made by a much cleaner and well put together, looks at Lumino, axe, I assume.
What did what's Holion use for weapon?
Magic.
It was all magic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's one of my. I was able to treat him to some nicer axes recently.
They drank well tonight.
And
This morning.
Today.
He like drinks down the rest of his food and hands the bowl back to Luna. Well, if we start walking now, we should arrive at the Seeker's barracks with it cleared out of any more members, so we should be able to investigate.
Okay. Do I get a short rest for this? I don't know how long it's been.
Nah.
I feel like between the investigation and the talk,
I said he was investigating for like 30 minutes. What's your health at the moment? You
I have 11
20
hit points.
You have 20 wounds. Okay. You can do your short rest, but if you pick a fight on this walk, I'm taking it away from you.
So
No
here's
promises.
the thing. On a short rest, I fully refresh. I think. Don't I get spells back on short rest?
Warlocks get everything back on short rest, yeah.
Yeah. So I get everything back. So
Okay, yeah.
Make sure you actually trigger the short rest in the combat tracker.
did you? What? Oh, I see. The number moved from where I was looking. Yeah, no, that'll be it. I'll save those.
So he gets up and starts walking towards the gates.
Mm-hmm. I'll follow.
Now's your last chance to get this body.
Hmm?
Tell Luna it's her last chance to get the body.
What? Why do I don't want the body.
So wasteful. Little one, did you get your arrows?
No. She's gonna kind of scurry off to see what she can find or salvage.
Probably able to find most of your arrows at least. Sin, are you keeping track of ammo?
Nope.
Okay.
I think it was more so just
Yeah.
because.
Story wise.
Lumino
As
is going
you
to
go-
disappointingly walk away.
As you walk, one of the guardians is to your back left and back right, like on both flanks of everyone as they walk, and one of the guardians is staying behind at the scene.
Pretty much making sure we don't fuck him up and we don't get attacked on the way there.
Guardian
And then-
doing guardian things.
Mm-hmm. Most of them left, but he can't be without his guard. Type thing, I feel like.
Little bitch.
You can think about it what you will.
Yep.
You don't see us needing to walk around with guards.
And he walks over to the big archway instead of going to one of the docks. And he waits. As soon as he makes it to the front, then the two guardians jump on the boat that's positioned there. Let down the way to get up onto the boat, and he climbs up and waits for you all to join him.
You can look at Ignis and say, after you.
At this point, shakes his head and gets this one day.
Okay,
Good
I'm
thought.
assuming at this point I'm done looking for arrows. I'm gonna run
Yeah,
up to them.
I'd say you're probably was what a second, 5 minutes walk looking there, and we're gonna walk quite a ways.
Pretty much.
I mean, I wouldn't have walked away if Luna was still looking for arrows, so.
No,
He's not in a rush. He's walking, so
they could have jogged back up, no issue. But
Nah, I walked.
he climbs up on the ship, takes a seat, and just like leans back with his hands behind his head, and just stares off in the distance.
just gonna sit down. Not so relaxed, but relaxed.
And once everyone makes their way up, they pull up the plank.
Yeah.
And both of them on either side have their sticks. I don't know what those things are called.
Oars.
No, they're 6 and push off the bottom of the floor, bottom of the water.
Mm-hmm.
Like an Italian boat?
Mm-hmm. And ship starts going forward, and starts making its way to the city.
Are we just making it all the way around in the water? Or are we actually going in just straight into the city?
Straight in, around to the right, and you guys are going to be exiting here.
Okay.
Then going up.
Okay.
Those fucking sticks are called bricoles.
I'm not gonna remember that.
And they have like no like English translation. It's just an Italian word. Bricole.
They grab their Italian sticks and they start heading out.
They're long sticks made of chestnut.
And there's probably like only 3 places in the world that make them.
So, what is everyone's history with the Seekers?
Look over at Lumino.
I'm gonna need him to roll a persuasion roll. They killed my family. And now I kill them.
Was your family in possession of a shard?
Just gonna pull the hood down. They were trying to protect me.
And he like looks over at you, then does a double take and with his hand, like his elbows on his knees, like looking forward at you.
Like, hold up now, what?
Like, damn, I knew he was good looking, but damn. Now I know why.
How was that embedded into you?
This is all I've ever known. I awoke in the forest, in the world below. And the family that took me in were killed by Seekers.
When you awoke, you have no recollection of your life before?
There was no before.
If I might ask, may I examine you?
I guess.
And he sits on the seat, like across from you, and reaches out to grab your arm and like lifts it and checks for a pulse.
Does he have a pulse?
I still don't realize that I look like this guy.
Your cloak, would you mind removing it?
I'd rather not. At least buy me dinner first, Elder. God.
And he's like a few inches from your face, like, but higher up, looking into your forehead. I want to say the trauma to your head caused amnesia, but I don't believe that's the case.
There's no amnesia and there's no trauma. I am at one with the stone.
The stone in your forehead seems to be a perfected merger of the four elements.
Does this make me an elder?
It makes you something.
Just gonna give a slow turn and look at Ignis.
Chuckling, shaking his head.
When the elders were chosen, I must admit something similar did happen, though. And he starts rolling up his sleeve and shows his forearm to you, and about a 6-inch blue crystal is embedded into his arm.
Gonna again slowly turn my head and look at Ignis.
When he shows that, Luna is gonna be like, "What? So, does that happen after you're chosen to be an elder, or was that done prior?"
It was done simultaneously.
It is what makes him an elder.
There are a few things that make me an elder of Aquaria. The crystal is what gave me the option in the first place. How old are you?
I do not know.
If I had to guess, I would assume 20.
I lost count of the days and nights. There have been many.
There was an instance about 20 years ago that society as a whole doesn't know about. A faction tried to gather up essence and elemental magic straight from their plane, and instead of striking a bargain with the elementals as we did, they tried to forcefully take their magic from them and store it all into a singular crystal. With the struggles against how to contain and fight off these elementals all at once, it sent a shockwave through Atheria. And that shockwave spread the magic and the crystals all of across the lands, and that's what these seekers are after now. I believe the gem in your forehead is remnants of that.
So the Seekers are after the completed gem for all 4 elements, not just single elements.
Correct.
If they
Good. Let them
gather,
come.
if they gather all the other ones that are separate, could they combine them to create another one like his?
They will try. And unless they have new knowledge on how to perform the ritual that they did back then, it will result in a similar catastrophe. This one possibly not just causing pockets of chaos, but actually destroying the islands.
That's why we should just kill them all while we can.
I feel like the Seekers are the ones we know about because they caused you harm. And prior to this, in my village, we knew nothing of them. Wouldn't there be more than just this one group?
They're all across Atheria. I have seen plenty in Flame Tower.
There have been multiple factions that have scoured the lands trying to find these gems, all going by different names. We we couldn't pursue any of them in good faith just for scouring for these crystals. But now with the Seekers attempting to overthrow some of the kingdoms, I'm concerned that they have something that many of the other factions before them haven't had before. I will bring up concerns about the Seekers with the Council of Elders at our next meeting in Celestia.
That's where you're going here in a couple days, isn't it?
Correct.
So now that Seekers have poisoned your ranks, what will you do to keep yourself safe?
My guards are for the city's safety. Seekers being in their ranks doesn't concern me with my own well-being. I have trusted and appointed officials, and I will gather with them and do a thorough sweep of our ranks. In 1 to 2 days times tops, all Seekers will be identified and prosecuted.
And how do you know you can trust the ones closest to you for the next 1 or 2 days?
The ones closest, and he gestures to the two that are steering the ship. These two and the others within their ranks have been with me for dozens of years.
Are they uncorruptible?
I wouldn't say that, but they are closer than family.
Yeah, put the hood back up.
Has there been any uprisings or talk of revolution in Flame Tower?
Sin?
Same as here, just protests.
Okay. Not really. No. Just what we saw when we first got here outside your gates.
Their numbers are
But-
vast, but
It has been how long has it been? Like 2 weeks? 3 weeks? Almost a month? No, it's been over a month.
I think it's been over a month now because of the walk
Uh-huh.
to.
It's been well over a month since I've been home. You saw how quickly things changed here.
Well, hopefully here was supposed to be the start, and that flame was snuffed out. We might be able to catch the other islands before anything gets out of hand.
Can't
Do you
say shit like
know-
flame snuffed out. That's racist.
Do you know how high in their leadership we got in that attack? For at least this sector. I assume you keep tabs on all of them.
Not. I don't want to undermine what you did, but I don't believe this was by any means a substantial blow.
I didn't think so. I was more being hopeful than anything. I didn't expect much. There's maybe less than a dozen. If that's all they have, then there's then that's not proper, I guess I'll say.
I believe housed within Aquaria proper, unless some have departed recently, there were 30 that officially wore the mark.
So we have a few more to go.
If you let us see what we uncover.
If you couldn't tell, it's that vendetta he holds runs quite deep.
I don't wish to encourage or incentivize this in any way. I hope we don't uncover anything and this was just a spur of the moment decision by their means, but at least on Aquaria, if they are planning something more drastic, I can give you pardons and permissions to handle the Seekers in whatever way you seem fit.
They're willing to kill children. and kill their parents in front of them. These events only support what I've known all along.
If it does end up coming to that
will.
with the guard here, just let us know and we'll do what we can. Within the walls.
As I said, let the guards handle the Seekers within the city limits.
The guards that are corrupted by the Seekers.
The city limits, does that include the island?
No, it is not.
Okay.
Then you all feel a jolt as the boat hits the dock.
The bolt hits the ship.
Mhm.
I fucking told you!
And the two guardians go let down the plank. Elder Barrows.
I remember, it's actually called the gangway.
The gangway, that's the...
If it's like a stairs or anything, to get on the ship is a gangway. If I'm not mistaken.
Okay. I don't know boat shit.
Yeah.
So they let down the gangway, and
Which is crazy because you used to work on a boat.
so
You better get some practice and you plan on bringing smoke into this room.
they Elder Barrows steps off and starts walking towards the main building for the Adventurers Guild.
And he said that island
It's not
is
within
not
the
part of
walls.
this.
Correct. They're the reason why I asked this.
Cool. I'm gonna pull out my axes as I walk off the boat.
He did say though that by the time we got here, it'd likely be empty.
Mm-hmm.
Just.
I heard.
Mm-hmm.
And he walks in. The receptionist like kind of hazily looks up and just like jumps out of her chair and stands up, and she just puts up a hand. We're investigating the Seekers barracks. No need for you to take any action. We'll be in and out. And walks right past and towards the exit to the inner parts of the gate.
I'll keep following.
Yeah. And the people drinking and eating all like stop and stare at you. Some of them stand and just watch all of you as you pass through. Some of them confused when they see Luna following Toe.
Why?
They're like, who's this kid?
Right.
Mhm.
And which one did I say it was?
The one to the right of the entrance.
Yeah,
Yeah, that one.
this one.
I don't even have the
So
image
he-
open. I just remember.
He goes over and just opens the door, walks right in.
Are there guards outside of it still? No?
Nope.
Okay. Following him in.
As soon as you get in, the place is like tipped over and looks like a little bit of a commotion happened recently.
We missed the fun.
Yeah, and he like walks to the center of the room, sighs, then just like kneels down and starts picking up papers and going through everything.
Is there like a desk or anything? Like the head of the room where like a leader would sit and do stuff?
Somewhat a desk, somewhat a table pushed to the corner, yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go dig through that stuff there.
Yep. Anyone looking for stuff, go ahead and roll investigations.
I like investigation in this game. No, I don't.
Is there an alternative to investigation?
If you're not gonna move through stuff like physically, and you just want to like look with your eyes, then perception.
But if you're digging through shit like I am,
You fucking pros.
That are gonna be so helpful. I ain't searching through shit. I ain't putting down my axes, so.
What skill is investigation?
intelligence.
Intelligence. Yeah, he starts sorting through shit. Ignis, you start walking to the desk in the back corner and don't notice some of the stuff that's been thrown on the floor and tipped over a chair, and you catch yourself on the desk, but there was a small stack of papers on the desk that you like swatted down and added to the pile on the floor.
Love it.
Like Elder Barrels is like on one knee sorting through stuff, and some of the pile like flows in front of him, and he just chuckles, shakes his head, scoops it up, and adds it to his pile.
Start picking up these papers and digging through them. Sorry. There's a chair there. Don't trip over it.
So did you send your elite guard here?
One of the guardians came with the guard. Most matters that happen throughout the city that are officially commanded by me always have at least one guardian accompanying all the guards. And he, as he's going through stuff, he stops at one paper for a second, looks it over, places it on the desk in front of you, then goes back to sorting through other things.
I'll look at it. Read through it.
It's a bounty that awards 100 platinum.
Let me guess for my head.
No, not for a person. A bounty for a shard. It says that they believe they know the whereabouts of a shard and are sending a squad of people to the surface in order to retrieve.
Okay. Does it look older? Or look like a new piece of paper?
Relatively new.
How would one get down to the surface?
Jump.
The transport ships that take people from island to island have the capability of reaching the surface. Just takes extra precautions on fuel and food.
I'm assuming a heavier price comes with that as well.
It does, in fact.
I don't think that matters if you're being offered 100 platinum. Is that the 10k gold? Like, is it somewhere? That's 10k gold, isn't it?
100 platinum would be 1,000 gold.
1,000? That's it?
Yeah, because it's
I'm worth 1,000 platinum. Only 100 platinum. Rookie
I don't get out
numbers.
of bed for 100 platinum. Meanwhile, like the average peasant is like
I
8
know.
silver,
I know.
8
Hold
silver
on.
a week or some shit.
I'm just saying the bounty that's on my head is 10,000 gold. They're only offering 1,000 or 100 platinum for the thing that all of them are looking for.
The average person they earn 1 silver a day.
I'm walking around with a couple people's life savings in my pocket.
You said you're worth what?
10,000 gold.
So it would take the average person 100,000 years to earn that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's assuming that.
They work 7 days a week.
100,000 days, sorry. And if they were 52 weeks a year and they worked 5, it would take 384 years.
An elf could do it.
Hmm? That one commoner elf that's like saving every penny.
Mm-hmm. Whereas if someone just captures me alive, it's okay. Here.
I mean, you're not really guaranteed to live if you go in that life, though.
No, you're not.
And after gathering up most of the papers, he made his way over to the chair that you tripped over, picked it up, and is sitting at it at the table in the center of the room.
Because I'm gonna still rummage through what papers I did pick up. See if anything decent is in there. Anything that catches my attention.
Not much with your investigation.
That's fine.
Then that one doesn't let him see anything?
Not much. A lot of the papers that you see are like jobs that have been grabbed and are like in the process of being done.
I'm not even gonna ask what I see.
You rolled better than you rolled better than me technically.
Technically.
It wasn't a nat 1. Score equaled the same, but nat 1 doesn't matter. Yeah.
And after what seems like forever, just page after page, just reading everything out, I believe they were preparing and banking on other members retrieving that shard.
What shard?
Is there a date? Is there a date on the bounty?
There is a date to turn it in to get paid.
Yeah, when is that date?
The last day of the current month you're in.
Is the calendar accurate?
If
Are we
it's
on the
year 520, second era, 5th day of breeze,
Yeah.
then yes.
Okay.
What shard?
I'll hold up the paper and pass it over.
I'm still just looking at you.
Right.
Putting down my
Right.
axes? Are you kidding me? To read.
Right. They apparently there's a bounty. Apparently they know where. Does it say what type of shard? There's a shard down on the surface to be turned in by the end of this month.
Let us go.
It's quite the expense, and I still have a mission I have to do.
I am more than willing in delivering any information you were tasked to deliver in your place.
I can't share that information.
I understand.
After kind of fidgeting around and like not really looking, but kind of looking, I'm gonna look at both Ignis and Lumino and be like, you know, I'm gonna go with Lumino. If we end up splitting.
It's fine. I just need to talk to the ancient, and I can go from there. If my family needs me back at home, I go home. But if not, if I'm on my own, I'm willing to go.
Do we have time?
We leave for Celesta 2 days, correct?
Correct.
Currently, the beginning of the month, we still have 4-ish weeks. How long do you think it'll take us to get to Celesta?
Where is my big map? Do I even have big map?
Yes, it's Atheria. It's white. It's blank for me. I don't know if it's just loading.
I don't think I have big map.
It's the big map is white for me. You sent it through Discord.
Why is it white?
Wow.
I think it lost
Can't
its
just ask
file.
why something's white.
It's here. I'll ping you send in Discord.
I gotta open Discord.
Yeah, I'm thinking that it's just a deleted image.
Mm-hmm.
Cause like I pulled up the crash site, and the areas we can't see are black, not white. So it's not like a visibility issue.
Oh yeah.
Holy loading.
Well, I mean,
There's
you're
a
the
reason
one
why
who
I
wanted to
said-
make it a 10K fucking image.
Well, you sent it through Discord for that reason. It's 78 megabytes.
Why?
Why are you asking us?
Is it a ping?
Yeah.
That's why. Save that shit as a JPEG. And then it'd probably been like a 10 meg. But it wouldn't have been as pretty.
Where So it'd be just a little bit, it'd be longer than Flame Tower. How long was the trip from Flame Tower to Celesta? Do you remember? It was like a week.
Yeah.
This
I think
would be-
any of the major cities going from one to the other, it's about a week.
Okay. I'd say from Flame Tower to Celesta looks like about a week. I'd say 10 days for Aquaria to Celesta.
Yeah, it's about a few days longer than a week, depending on weather and as long as the ship holds steady.
And where are the Seekers meeting?
And he like leans back in the chair and looks over at the bounty. It looks like the meetup location for this bounty is to be claimed at Blue Water.
So 10 days there, 10 days back here.
If you get there, talk to the ancient, grab a ship, same or next day, and immediately you start traveling back, that's about right.
And then do ships fly all the way inland to Blue Water?
No.
Do they would likely be dropped off at Pearl Bay?
So many maps.
You did this.
I'm using your resources.
I know. I'm so happy. Yes, Pearl Bay or Aquaria proper.
Okay. Okay. It's another
3 days plus.
Pearl Bay. And then if we walk again, it's another week of walking. We won't make it in time. I'm not saying, I'm saying this, not Ignis, but
Well,
we
I
have
figured
to-
we would go to Aquaria proper, and then it would be just the 3 days from there.
yeah. No, or isn't it? Is it half a block a day when we're walking? And then if we get mounts, it'd be a 1 day per square.
I think that's how we did it.
Okay.
Gotta fucking remember everything.
Got to put scale on your maps.
So we'll be back in time, but just barely. And that's only if they deliver on the last day. But considering they're going to the surface, it might take them that long.
Does it say where on the surface they're going?
It looks like from the northmost point of Aquaria, if you take a ship north from there a day, then straight down, that's where the estimated location is.
Just nod. What, trying to see if it... Well, actually, no. Sorry. My brain, I was thinking about that wrong. They have to meet there on the last day of the month. That's probably the only day the person requesting this will be there. So,
That's usually how the bounties work. If no one shows with the bounty in hand on the day requested, the requester assumes that it was either a failed or impossible task.
so regardless, they will be there that day.
Correct.
That puts us there. Do you know of a place in Aquaria where we can get mounts so we can move quicker than walking?
If we wait for the Seekers to deliver the gem, we can't prevent them from killing a helpless family to get to the gem.
If I were in the Seeker's shoes at the moment, I doubt they would be interested in the bounty that's been placed on the gem.
Why is that?
They are trying to collect the gems in order to forge them into another whole gem. This bounty is more of a lead in their hands.
So if the Seekers get it, you don't think that they're going to turn it in for the reward?
I think their plan is to retrieve it to use it for themselves.
Even more of a reason we can't wait.
You muted.
Out of curiosity, why does Lumino think that a family is gonna have this gem?
Is Luna asking this, or is Christina asking this?
Christina's asking.
You said me, but you're both of them.
Because they killed Lumino's family to get to the gym. This is literally
gym
his fucking...
head?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So in my mind, like, based on all this shit that's going on, they're not going to stop at anything. And if there's someone that has that gym, there's a family, anything getting in their way, that they're going to kill them to get to it.
Okay.
So in my mind, like, us walking away from this is us just letting them kill some family innocently to get to this gym.
Okay. So then Luna's gonna look at Lumino and be like, just like I told Ignis, if you want to go split up, I'm sticking with you.
Where are you?
Me?
He's hiding.
Here. Okay. On Messenger.
Oh.
You're better to get a response if you try or ding him. What is that thing?
Yes, ding me.
Yeah.
I had to find Sin specifically. I'm like, where?
I'd rather not split us. What Ignis needs to do is for his family. And I respect that as well.
As I said before, a show of trust. If it's something that you all want to pursue, I do have the power to postpone the Council of Elders.
Instantly gonna look at it. Ignis.
I cannot, in good faith, let the Seekers be allowed to their own will when collecting this.
Sin, I need or Sin and Cliff. I need DM's opinions on this. I need to make a roll to divulge a secret that I'm keeping. It would be Constitution to keep that secret.
I mean, well, first thing you got to think of is, would Ignis ever tell anybody? Because, like, sometimes there's not a roll necessary. If Ignis wouldn't tell anybody, then you don't even have to roll for it.
It matters in this case.
Yeah, I mean, I usually just do con saves.
Mm-hmm.
Because con is either mental or physical fortitude.
Okay.
I just accidentally flung a pin.
Don't find it later with your foot.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. Or the dog finding it.
Yeah. what I'm about to say was only meant for the ancient's ears, but in this case, I think it matters. I think I've put 2 and 2 together on why there's a bounty on my head for so much. And that is because my family knows where another shard is. And it is in their possession.
Like Luna's gonna get whiplash because she instantly looks at Lumino.
It's not a perfected shard. And I have been pushing off not heading to Celesta as long as possible. And I have to go deliver this news now.
And what does delivering this news change? Will they no longer have it?
My family likely, if this gets out and my family has it, my family will, which I don't know if it has because it's been over a month. Family will likely be relentlessly attacked. You saw the bounty that's on my head for 1,000 platinum. I'm guessing it's just to trade for that gem, using me as a bounty, blackmail.
But what does telling the ancient change?
It gives my family advice on how to handle the situation. So all this does not happen.
If your family, with all their wealth and all their power, is this fearful, imagine what the people on the surface must feel that have none of those luxuries.
Do the guards that will end up dying and protecting my family's lives not matter then?
Their
It's
lives
the same thing.
don't matter any more to me than the lives of the people on the surface. Why would your family need
I don't
more
care about my
urgency
family.
than theirs?
How many families are necessarily down there protecting that one shard versus the countless families that my family has protecting them?
Exactly.
My family, I don't care as much about as all the families that are going to die lose half their family in the guards dying.
Okay, as the bickering, Luna's gonna kind of go up to Barrows like slowly and kind of like pull on his arm to like get his attention.
He like raises his head to you.
Can you send some of your guards down to follow the possible seekers on the ground?
If we're different times, I would be able to. I can't send the city guards for the next few days as they are going to be under investigation. I can't send the guardians down. They are to take over my duties once I will be leaving Aquaria. And once the city guards have been thoroughly investigated, there will be a time of watch over them to make sure everything was thoroughly and done to the utmost of meticulousness.
Would you feel confident in picking people to investigate it instead?
I was planning on offering you my shuttle.
Just gonna look at him confused.
I have a smaller shuttle that I can travel Aquaria as a whole without having to ride horseback or around on ships of the sea. But it is in capable conditions of traveling to the surface. It is not one of the larger ones that can go from major island to island, but a single day north and to the surface shouldn't be an issue.
So, would you say it is possible to go down to the surface and be back before you have to leave?
It could be possible. It would be possible if I postponed the Council of Elders.
How long can you postpone it?
We're not privy to this conversation.
About a week.
You guys are bickering.
If I let them know what happened with the Seekers and me needing more preparation for the Guardians to take over, it shouldn't cause any concerns or questions.
You don't think telling the Council of Elders that the Seekers have infiltrated the guards will cause worry?
It's
I feel like
real-
we're having two conversations right now.
You're muted.
Me and you are having a debate, and Luna and Barrow are talking off to the side. We don't hear this conversation.
Okay, I didn't realize it was hushed. Okay,
I
never mind.
don't think it's necessarily
That's why
hushed. I
said
think
you're
it's
not
like
privy.
you're not. I don't think in this moment you're going to be focusing on much more than
Yeah, that's fair.
the scary guy with two axes getting loud with you.
I can be out of this room before you even get to me.
Yeah, but you know he'll keep hunting you.
Oh, I know.
Okay. If you postpone it by letting them say, by telling them about the Seekers infiltrating, then that would give us a good excuse to go and handle this first, because I feel like this is the lesser task. That's not right. They're shorter?
This task is less time consuming, although it may turn to be more dire in the grand scheme of things. If the Seekers are already scheming and have plans to acquire some of the runes, or not runes, god damn it, Cliff. Some of the shards here in Aquaria, I only assume that other islands, they are doing the same. I just don't know how far along they would be on some of the other islands.
And Illumino's going to end the conversation with, if you want to go protect your family, I respect that, but I'm going to go protect those who don't have that luxury, and I'm going to walk away.
Should we tell them what we decided?
I'll let you handle that.
Are you staying within the building when you walk away?
No, no, I'm like I am now going to that task.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Okay. Ignis. So me and Bros were talking, and we have decided that we are going to postpone the meeting for the week. We are going to take his shuttle to go down to the surface, handle this. That way, since we now have time, and then we can go from there.
You get a curt nod.
Okay.
Just a nod. No words.
Yeah. I am going to go find Lumino and let him know.
I mean, I didn't make it far. I'm not running.
Yeah, but I would have to catch up to you.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'd have been heading towards the main dock. That's the only way I know how to get out of here.
Okay, so I'm gonna chase after Lumino and basically say the same thing I told Ignis.
You telling them about the personal shuttle?
Yes.
Yeah, this is gonna be. And where's the shuttle?
I forgot to ask.
Oh.
I'm gonna have to go back and ask him.
Just gonna nod, hang my head a little bit, turn around, start heading back.
Sir Barros, where is your shuttle by chance?
I will have to get it prepped and fueled, and it will be ready to leave by the end of the day.
Okay, that will give us time to get our belongings.
I will be in my lab at sundown, and I will escort you to it.
Okay, so she's gonna start heading off to the inn to grab her stuff.
We should turn in our bounty while we're here.
I'm assuming you said that before I left. She's gonna flip around.
Well, right after he said that, and as we're getting ready to leave.
Okay.
Like, as Ignis is walking out, Barrows puts a hand on his arm to stop him. You realize this means I cannot escort you personally in 2 days.
It's a nod. So we'll have to wait here another week.
There is a shuttle leaving to Celestia, not to city proper, but to Celestia in, I believe, 4 days' time.
If we wait the week for this delay, will you still be able to give us a ride?
Of course.
Thank you. I appreciate this.
As I said, I trust you. I feel like you are on the right path. No longer tied down completely by your family strings, but making your own. You seem to be seeing the world for what it is.
Yeah. Still not tied down, but still responsible for my family.
If it clears anything up, code of conduct with any uncovery of shards at the moment. Head of households and elders know that the head of household or the elder is to maintain possession of them at all times until they are transported to Celestia. And once transported, the guardians of the ancient will retrieve them and secure them away.
I will pull out my bounty, which I'm assuming the paper is the charred-looking paper.
Mhm.
If this was put out on me, I can only imagine what was put out for the rest of my family. I know my skills, I know my family's skills, but who knows who is going to accept these bounties.
Your father is the head of household, so he ultimately is responsible for this. If it helps ease your mind or clears anything, we can get in contact and possibly have him transfer ownership to the elder.
Yeah, I might have to do that. Because I can't stand knowing that Lyra might be at risk. Because of a bounty or blackmail against my family. Because I think I'm scared to say that I don't know if my father would give up the shard for my sister.
Well, I can allow you to do that, but if you do choose to contact your family, they will know that you disclose that information to me.
Yeah, I understand. I have some thinking to do.
After I finish this investigation, I am going to return to my lab, and for the rest of the day, I will be there if you decide you want to contact them.
Thank you.
He nods and stacks paper and starts going through it again.
Walk out, catch up with them. Get there and I'll hand over the bounty. To the main desk. What do we name ourselves again?
I think I know it was written down somewhere.
I know it was like stone or earth, fire, and something else.
I have this somewhere. I know I do.
Apparently, I didn't write it down anywhere. It is not in my Adventurers Guild section. I think it was SIP. SIF. Stone, ice, fire.
Yeah. SIF. Something like that. Yeah, and hand it in.
Because it was going to be steel, ice, and fire. Then last minute, Luna changed it to the stone.
Mm-hmm.
As you're turning in your bounty, the receptionist is like super stiff and like doing everything by the book.
Oh yeah, we walked in with the elder, didn't we?
Mm.
Yeah.
These guys are narcs.
She looks at the bounty, looks over the signature, compares it to what they have in their notes, checks it off, stamps both of them, goes into their bag and hands over 2 gold each.
Are you adding that? Am I good at it?
You can all add it. It's
What
just
is
2
this
gold.
peasant shit?
It was an F tier.
Mm-hmm.
Peasant shit. F tier peasant shit.
Luna, you can take my 2 gold.
You are muted if you're talking. Because, you know.
I said, okay, thank you. So I have 4 gold now.
Is that really what you would have?
Don't know.
Inventory.
No, I had 15. So I have 19 now.
You can also control, hover over and scroll up. If you want to go up and down by 1 at a time. And head to the inn, pack up our ship.
Yep. No disturbances on the way there. Everything is relatively quiet. Not even a lot of like people walking around. Like the entire walk, you walk past like 6 people in total.
Do we see any guards in the time?
You see 1 or 2, like the ones posted at the gates.
Okay. Curious.
How many of them are actually seekers, Sin?
Gonna need like a DC 35 perception roll for that one.
I think what you mean is... I'm joking.
You walk by one of them and he gives you a strange feeling.
And he has no legs anymore.
The entire time you're walking, you don't see any of the flyers that you knew were up or anything like that, though.
Cool. I take it we walk past what are the top gate here. Here. If you're looking at the Aquaria proper map.
If you guys decide to go counterclockwise, then yeah.
Yeah. Do I see any commotion of like seekers or anything in there? Like they were still they're fighting to still get them in the building, or they already all locked up?
Nope.
Okay.
No commotion, no running around, nothing.
Okay. make it to the inn, get to the room, go upstairs and close the door to the room I was sleeping in. Actually close it this time.
I'm gonna follow Luna to get her shit because I don't really have anything.
Okay. I'm gonna gather my stuff and then kind of go rest on the couch while we wait till sunset, I think you said.
Evening.
Yeah, close enough.
Are you screaming into a pillow?
No. Thinking. Just gonna sit there and relax in the room.
Yep. And if no one's doing anything, the day drags on as you're all waiting, and the sun starts to set.
I would have got up once, go get food. But other than that, nothing special.
Would you eat 6 times your normal amount?
No, not at all. And then, yeah. Come out of the room. Ready?
Yep, gonna nod and just go with.
Well, let's head into palace.
About to say, Lumino definitely isn't going to lead the charge into the Elder's lab.
Why you were there earlier. Or the other day. You're making stuff with stones.
Mm-hmm.
He's in his personal lab.
Mhm.
Or, yeah, so that's what, top floor?
Tippity top.
Yep. Going all the way up.
And we're taking the stairs.
Hmm.
No, I'm gonna just float up.
They do have an elevator. Straight to the back of the cathedral. There is a glass container. And when you go in, you can tell the person there manning it which floor you want to go to. And he'll shoot it up using water.
Yep, nope, I'm walking stairs.
Mhm.
I was going to say, I stand by what I said.
Yep. I'm pretty sure we watched it happen at least once, and yep, taking stairs.
Mhm. Yep. And as you come to the top of the stairs, each floor has a guard patrolling the left and right side.
Mm-hmm.
The topmost one, there is a guardian at the top of the left and the right stairs, just manning that position.
Mm-hmm.
And as he sees you, he grabs his weapon, then looks down, sees you, and just goes back to his position.
Okay. Walk up there. Where would the elder be?
I believe he is underneath that contraption.
Thank you, sir. Walk over.
Don't startle him. He might explode.
Noted. I'll start walking up. While I'm still away, I'm looking at what he's under. What does it look like?
It looks like a large glass panel. And on the opposite side of the glass, it's tied to like gears and pumps.
Elder?
Young lord. He like pushes himself out from underneath. And friends, he like pulls his goggles up and squints out at the outside. Is it sooner or later? It's sundown. Okay.
What is this? This curiosity.
It's a way to amplify the shield that I put around the city.
Trying to cover the island in its entirety.
At the moment, I'm testing to see if I can also get some of the shore as well.
Okay.
The small obelisks that are in the inner circle were prototypes. The larger ones that surround the entire city were the final product, and now I don't want to go much larger than that, but if I can, I'm gonna try.
Understandable. Be quite the feat to see how big those get.
The artificers and engineers don't share your optimism.
Said quite a feat. Love to see it happen one day.
I want to try to incorporate it into most of the other major cities. Imagine seeing a defensive perimeter with the lava surrounding Flame Tower.
I don't know how I'd feel about that. Water's one thing, but lava's a bit different. It'd be cool, but it still hurts.
How would lava be cool?
Cool in the interesting, fascinating sense, not temperature sense.
Oh, my shuttle is all prepped and ready for you all.
Yeah. Thank you again for doing this.
If I didn't have this blasted meeting to attend to, I would have commissioned or sent some of my guardians down myself. But at the moment, seeing as how I am unable to, you all are also doing me a favor. It's better I send those that I can trust rather than put up a bounty for who knows who to take.
Yeah, I understand.
Lumina, I would caution you to maybe prepare yourself if you're going to encounter another shard. I believe if the frequency isn't in sync with you and your emotions, it may start to physically harm you.
Prepare myself how?
I'm not sure how these lesser and fragmented shards work, but some are more violent than others, and some are more soothing when you approach them. Seeing as you are filled with their energy, if you aren't in tune with the energy that they give off, it might resonate poorly with the shard that you possess.
Well, if that starts to happen, I'll at least know why.
I wish I can give you more information, but you are the only case and example I have to go off of at the moment. He stands up fully and dusts himself off. If you are all ready, we can make our way to the shuttle.
I'm not.
No,
Follow you.
Starts walking to the elevator.
Follow him.
I don't know how well this is gonna work for me though.
Steps onto it and waits for you all to step on.
Step on as well.
Give him a look and then step on.
Luna looks nervous. I'll reach for her to climb up on me again.
That's not what I'm worried about. I'm worried about wet fur.
Yeah, well.
Luna can scurry into your hood.
By bit, I'll try.
Is it fully enclosed?
No,
No.
it's kind of just like a bowl. Like you got the part that you stand on, then you have railing, and that's it.
Oh, of course. Mm-hmm. When level does that come start doing things?
So he steps on, looks down, gives a nod to the person on the floor below, and the elevator starts rising up.
Okay.
Oh, is the shuttle on the roof?
Mm-hmm. So you all get pushed up by the water below you. If you look down at the glass floor, you can see the water hitting it and like shooting off. And you all rise up. The ceiling above you opens up, and as soon as it reaches the top, the elder grabs something and pulls a lever, and it locks in place.
We're on the Wonkavator.
And he starts walking to the northmost part of the cathedral on top of the roof.
North left or
And-
north right?
Northmost.
Oh, wow.
North.
Just north,
up.
north. Wow. North up.
And in front of you, you see a smaller than you've been on, but not tiny air shuttle in front of you.
But is it like tricked out?
It's solid white, but it has blue sails.
They have like guns.
No.
Because it's been so long, I forgot about this. But when you said solid white, it made me think of clothing for whatever reason. I know I commissioned some clothing. When was that supposed to be done?
I don't fucking remember. Before you left, I know that.
Yeah, I know that. I just didn't know if it was the day before we left or.
It's gonna be ready in 2 days.
By the time you get back, it should be done.
Yeah.
And if we don't make it back, then you gotta worry about new clothes.
Nope.
Right.
Who's flying this fucking thing?
Was that in character?
No. Yes.
Yeah, no, I don't think we thought about
Prob-
that.
Probably the pilot that usually flies it.
It has its own pilot.
Yeah, no.
His job.
Luno ain't gonna ask the questions like that. He's just gonna just get on it.
Yeah, so he'll walk up to the rope ladder to get on. Who looks at you all. I guess you don't have a lot of supplies. Just whatever you can carry on your back, right?
Yeah, it's something I'm getting used to.
Well, we have enough fuel to get you there and back twice over. And enough food on board for equally as long. If anything happens, one of Elder Reese's gems are on board. So this one is personalized to me. It has two-way communication. And there is a crew on board, my personal crew for this ship. They will drop you off, and once you are dropped off, they will give you a device to contact them. They will not be staying on the ground.
Understandable.
If a week has passed and you do not contact them, they have been instructed to return.
Okay.
If you do contact them and ask for an extension, I probably will not be here when you get back. They will come gather more supplies here, then return to the location that they dropped you off. As long as they have some indication that you are alive, they will continue to resupply and wait your call. Yep. And gestures for the ladder for you all to climb up.
Climb up. Thank you again.
I'm gonna get my thanks and then climb.
Why, you're gonna carry your own shit on?
Me?
No, Luna.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I have my backpack.
And I usually lug your shit for you.
If you want to carry it, you're more than welcome to.
I don't. If you're not asking me to, I'm not going to. But it just, I was surprised, is all. All right, we all get on.
And there's not really like the crew's sleeping quarters are all set up downstairs. Then there's the Elder Barros's room, and his room seems to have been rearranged to add like beds for each of you.
Is there a chair?
There are 3. 3 beds against the wall, spaced out evenly.
Mhm.
And in the middle of the room, there's the table with the 3 chairs.
Seems excessive. I only need one.
So you guys all unload your gear, get settled into your shared room, and you feel the hum and the like slight vibrations of the ship coming to life. You hear the floof of the wings spreading out, the sails come down, and the jolt as the ship starts to take off. And that's where we're going to end it.
Nah, let's keep going.
No super session.
Yeah, let's go. You got the map and everything prepared for this, I'm sure.
Oh, there is no map for the the surface world. It probably won't be. That's all stuff that you have to map out on your own.
I got this.
That Cliff has to map or just us?
If you
No,
guys,
I mean, like, it's like an exploration type situation. Like, no one's gone
Okay.
down and mapped it.
Okay.
I am probably going to make a surface world map that you don't have access to. If you want to try to map the surface world, then you can.
So keep in mind, I have the Wanderer feat. So I always recall the general layout of terrain, settlements, and other features around me.
Mhm.
And I can, like, find food and shit, but that's, like, irrelevant.
All right. By the way, if you couldn't tell, Ignis is miffed.
Hey, man, I told you. I get it. You gotta
Not-
go protect your family. You go protect your family.
Not necessarily at you either. He gets your side of the story.
Then who you mad at?
Person who made the decision for the group.
I made no decision.
Excuse me. Luna and the Elder made the decision. It was a we.
Mhm.
We decided we were gonna do this.
We decided you were going to do this.
I mean, I think,
Like-
I think you still have the opportunity to say no and go on your own thing.
I did.
Would have been like, 2 days later than normal.
Yeah. Yeah, like I was trying to like I rolled for it to see if like I could like control my thoughts on it. And it was like, yeah, we could do both, and I'm like, all right, cool. And then the fucking elder's like, yeah, man, I mean, they're not gonna go turn that shit in. They're just gonna go collect it. And then all of a sudden it's like, all right, well, every day that we wait is the fucking bad then, because we're not even gonna be able to like stop them from doing anything. So yeah, it's
Yeah.
literally his what is it?
Here's what I was thinking. I want to know who's paying for it.
Yeah, see, I didn't think nothing of that. Like, I don't care about the
Because-
money piece at all.
Because not necessarily that. If they want it and they're willing to spend 100 platinum on it, they likely have some power behind it and a use for it. So who's using it and why? Is it another seeker faction? Is it what?
I don't feel like if it was a seeker that they would do a bounty. I feel like if it was a seeker, they would have just like directly messaged them and been like, "Hey, do
Like I
this
said, there's
mission."
different factions, different sects of it.
So, Lumino's ideal basically ends in he seeks to ensure that no other families suffer the same fate that his did. His bond is, I will fight for people unable to fight for themselves and protect anyone willing to stand up for me. And his flaw is that he's vengeful and wants to kill the Seekers. Like, literally, this is all three of his core character components in one here.
Yeah, so here you go on this one. My ideal is it's my duty to protect and care for people beneath me.
Mm-hmm.
And my bond, I will face any challenge to win the approval of my family.
We're quite literally going to be protecting the people beneath you.
Uh-huh.
Quite
But not-
literally.
But not doing what my family would approve of. Necessarily.
Yeah,
My
but I
family's
also feel
selfish.
like you're definitely the character is definitely morphing out of that a little bit though.
Yeah. And that was my whole plan for him. But the reason why I still went with you guys, because, okay, I'd be leaving in 4 days if I take the other ship. Likely we're going to be back, or is it 1 day out and then one day down, you said,
Yeah.
Sin?
One day out, 1 day back.
Yeah, it's from the northmost part of Aquaria. Once you leave that northmost point, it's a full day's journey north from there, then down. Which down doesn't take that long.
No, just fall. Just cut the blooms.
I'd say Adam
Drop.
knows all about that.
But the travel to the northmost part,
Where is world map? World map's up there.
it's like a half day's journey.
So I'm like, it's gonna be close to what it'll be the same time frame, and then okay, I'll wait a week. But tell you right now, anything that's pushed back anymore, he's going to Celesta.
As long as we're not put in a scenario where there's potentially defenseless families that are going to be slaughtered by the people he hates the most, he's going with you.
Mm-hmm. If not, well, I guess we're parting.
It is what it is.
Yep.
So 3-day trip, 7 days for you to be on the surface.
So technically 6, because we postponed it by. We have 9 days total before Barrows has to leave. 2 days, and then he postponed it a week.
Yeah.
So 9 days.
So
We have 6 days on the ground.
6 days.
Preferably 5, so we can actually leave room for shit to go wrong.
I mean, preferably a day, and then we'll leave
Oh,
the
yeah.
other 4 for shit to go wrong.
Yeah, 100%.
In my mind, it's like, let's go quickly beat someone's ass, save a family, this imaginary family that
Doesn't exist.
may or may not exist.
Every shard is housed by a family.
I mean, one shard was an elemental, a minor elemental, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So, not necessarily a family. And they weren't defenseless.
I mean, all I know is that in my past experience, that they killed a defenseless family for that shit. I don't know where this fucking push pin is that I lost. I didn't even hear it land anywhere.
Check the curtain. No, it can't be on the curtain because the curtain doesn't touch the floor.
Well, like, I had 2 of them together and I went like this. So I'm thinking I went this way somewhere. So I'm hoping it's like in like the pile of foam that I have over there, but we'll see.
Start flipping them over, all of a sudden you hear it drop.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. Otherwise I'm gonna start taking these blankets and shaking them all off and shit. Alright, so anyways, we don't know when we'll do this again because Christina may be CEO of the company next time, so we'll have to figure out that schedule. Yeah, we'll keep it updated. If we can do it in 2 weeks, I guess we can aim for that, but it'll be all pending on schedule. So,
Yep.
Plan for the 8th, possibly.
Mm-hmm. Wait, February 8th.
Yeah, that day seems like I have something going on. Hang on.
No, no. 216, 226.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be at my mom's house. Dog sitting, so my laptop.
alright, I guess we'll find out then.
Yep.
Let me see if we can raid out to anybody.
And it's not 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Okay, I knew there was something around that time.
What's that?
February 7th is Marion's birthday.
Yeah. Alright, we're gonna raid out to Gokanaraj. They are on session 44.
Wow.
Yeah. Nah, maybe not. They've been going 4 hours. Did we risk it?
Tune in to see what they here. I just found them. Let me see if they have what they're talking about.
Tune in to see their outro.
Tune in to see an ad.
Sounds about right. 4 hours for these guys too. I wish it told you how long they've been on the main screen, so I don't gotta go to it to see that.
Hang on, 30 seconds.
2 hours. These people are on a B-rate back screen.
Those are risky.
Mm-hmm.
They've been on for 2 hours though.
Two-hour D&D session and just call it.
2
Right.
hours. Everybody's been on for like 2 hours.
They average 4 hours. 4 hours. They average 4 hours at Conraj.
Okay. I'm gonna find something here. Fucking 4 hours on this one too. Jesus Christ. Everybody plays at the exact same time.
Right.
Okay, you know what? We're not raiding out tonight. Good night, everybody.